I have a New Year's resolution just for you. But the question is, are your cojones big enough to handle it? I'm talking as big as Santa's toy bag. That's pretty big.
Hello, fellow citizens. This is the latest in Christmas news from around the world. When you look for the North Pole on the map, try looking in China. Seems as though the tiny trolls have had enough. The Elf Union, also known as the Lollipop Guild, demanded 2 extra gumdrops per hour and at least 1 day off a year. Santa Scrooge Claus responded by saying, no, no, no. Packed his presents and now walks proudly down the streets of China, bragging that his red outfit finally makes a fashion statement. The Chinese are several hundred years younger than the average elf. An atrocity. This has been news from around the world.
I get Dollar Shave Club blades delivered, so I always have a shave with a fresh blade. Does that make me a genius? Yes. Yes, it does. I use the 4X, aka the Lover's Blade. Just go to the ChrisTopProgram.com and click on the Dollar Shave Club link, and you will never spend a fortune on shaving again. You might look at it as a great close shave experience, but I look at it as one step closer to being awesome.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of black rock back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top Program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the hell are you doing, world? Are you ready for Christmas? Are you ready for the new year? I mean, there's so much planning and organization to do, right? So stressful. Does it have to be? Well, we're going to talk about that in just a little while. But first, I want to mention this. Sometimes I feel so insignificant. And I'll tell you why. Not too long ago, I asked a few people that I know, and I do, contrary to popular belief, I do have a few friends. They are super talented. I never realized, I knew the blogs would be good. I knew that. But I had no idea the degree of goodness that they would be. Okay, I didn't realize it today until I wrote mine, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is my blog, and then I'm comparing it to everybody else's, and I know I shouldn't do that, but I do. That's just how I am. And I have some super talented friends. I really do. I guess I should look at it as I'm in good company. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the blogs that we have on the ChrisTopProgram.com. If you go there, and then you click on the tab that says Life is Good, that's the blog page, and I've invited a select few authors to actually write blogs on the page. One that's probably going to stand out a little bit to you, his name is Angry Sock Monkey on the Toilet. Now, everything on the page, if it's not positive, if it doesn't have a positive theme, or if it doesn't express some sort of hope, then I won't publish it. But so everything has that in common on the page. But he is an angry sock monkey, so he's going to be a little disgruntled, I think, when he talks about certain things. And now, if you want to read a little bit more about the commercialization of Christmas, if you feel like it's been commercialized, maybe keeping the Christmas spirit, you just need to read the blog, because it's very insightful, and it all comes from a frickin' monkey that's sitting on the toilet. Monkeys are a lot smarter, I think, than we give them credit for. but I still don't believe in evolution. Now, also, I have another friend of mine, Stephanie, who wrote a more serious blog that's on the page. And I'm going to read you just a little piece of part of it, because I want you to go there and read the whole thing. And by all means, if you want to tweet the Angry Sock Monkey, if you want to tweet Stephanie, I've got links to their Twitter right there on the page, along with their Facebook links as well, and everybody else too that's involved. But here's a little piece of her blog that I'm going to share with you. I've struggled my entire life with thoughts of suicide. I can remember at 15 wanting the pain inside me to end. I just wanted to die. I grew up in a terribly abusive home. My mom was physically abusive and crazy. My stepdad abused me sexually from a very young age. The first time I remember, I was 5. And of course, it goes on. And there's going to be more blogs coming from Stephanie a little bit later on. But what insight. And you know, the best thing about this is I think it reaches out to people and it lets everybody know that could be in that situation that, hey, you're not alone. And I think that's a pretty important message, not only this time of the year, but any time. I don't care if it's October the 32nd. It's an extremely important message. I do want to say hi to Blake that popped in the chat just a second ago. It's always good to see you. And if you're listening somewhere else, make sure you come on over to thechristoprogram.com, because that's where all the cool dorks are hanging out these days. And if you have any questions or comments, you can just shoot them right there in the chat box, and I'll communicate with you right on the air. Or if you're listening on iHeartRadio, you're actually listening to an archive show, so that just means that you can tweet with me or Facebook with me, and I'll get back to your question later or your comment. But like I said, if you want to join me live, just come to thechristoprogram.com when I have a live show going on. And it's confusing because I don't always give a lot of notice. I know I'm really super duper bad about that. And I'm going to talk about my New Year's resolution in just a minute. But I've got another blog that was posted, and this blog made me feel good. I have to say it made me feel good because it's nice to know that sometimes the little things that you say or do could possibly inspire someone, or maybe not inspire them, but at least change their way of thinking. And this particular blog made me feel pretty good, and I may just read it all. I know. But this is the thing. You tell your friends to go to thechristoprogram.com and actually read the blog, but I'm going to let you in on the whole thing. And we're going to go over mine as well. I just posted mine today. It's hot off the press, and it's got some good insight. And I really feel like it's a good challenge and a very, okay, it's a doable resolution, very doable. It's a lot easier than losing weight or quitting smoking, I'll tell you that. Although I did quit smoking. I did. It's a lot easier than that, and it could have some major impact if a lot of people will do it. But we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, now this is the blog that I'm going to share with you from Eileen Wolf. She's a good friend of mine. And here we go. What exciting thing have you done this week? Before Chris asked me to continue, if I could read, this would go so much better. Before Chris asked me to contribute to his blog, this was the question he asked me every time he saw me for weeks. It's such a simple question, but for some reason, I could never really answer it until recently. For me, my life has been defined by the next exciting or the new thing. Being an Army brat and moving from new place to new place, the older sister of 2 adopted brothers, and having the personality of jumping into something foreign without a second thought, excitement has always been my comfort zone. Now, between college, classes, and my part-time job, my life has taken on a more consistent rhythm. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy school and I adore my coworkers, but for some reason, I surf Facebook and Instagram with longing to be anywhere but here. My friends are getting married, having babies, living it up in college, yet here I am going through the motions. Don't we all feel like that? I mean, we get stuck. We just get stuck in those grooves, and we forget to appreciate the little things. And those little things, I'm telling you, they're important. And if you blink, they're gone. It's already in the past, and it's over. So you have to take time to appreciate these little things. But it goes on. Yeah, I went on my rant. I'm sorry. That's where I was when Chris's question hit me. Now, I doubt he understood the significance at that time, But nevertheless, I needed it, and I had no idea. I had no idea whatsoever. Finally, after contemplating the question over and over in the shower, I do all my heavy thinking in the shower, don't you? I understood that my life isn't unexciting. I'm not content. Started college and met new people. The problem had nothing to do with what was happening in my life. It was my response to my life that became the problem. I have so many blessings, a roof over my head, my wonderful family, supportive friends, fantastic coworkers, and 3 fluffy kitties. I have been so busy staring at the small inclines and complaining about them that I had not looked up to notice the mountains that I'm climbing. You don't need to compare yourself to people that you know in order to determine whether you live an exciting life. You are already doing it. Every single day you live has never happened before and will never occur again. You don't need to be like me and compare yourself to others because you are the only you that there will ever be, so be you and live like you. So I thought that was beautifully written, and we can expect more, I think, from Eileen Wolf in the future. So check back on the page for her latest blogs. But I mean, it's such a good message, and we talk about that on the show all the time, how it's important to be comfortable in your own skin. And guess what? This is the big secret. This is the huge secret of the show. Everybody is a dork. But there are only a few people, a few outstanding people out there that are willing to step from that closet and embrace the light of their dorkhood. In other words, it's okay to be you. It's okay to be a little silly at times. Just be yourself and be happy in your own shell. And that's the theme of the show. That's what I've been trying to tell everybody for years. It's really, really okay. I promise you. Now, the resounding idea that I have for a New Year's resolution, you better brace yourself. This could not only change your life if people would do this, this could change communities. This could absolutely, positively, 100% without a doubt, this could change our country. You know, people constantly talk about progress, moving forward. Well, the resolution that I'm going to have for you is maybe not taking a step forward so much as it is taking a step backwards. Can you think back? Are you old enough to think back and remember when you can drive around on Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Even on Sundays. Can you remember driving down the road on Sundays and how barren everything seemed? All the stores were closed. You couldn't even get gas. You had to plan ahead. You didn't want to run out of gas on Sunday because all the gas stations were closed. Nobody was open. It was a different world, wasn't it? But thank goodness we have progress. And now Sunday is just another day of the week. Thanksgiving's almost there, isn't it? Christmas is right behind it. The blog coming up next. The Chris Top Program, working on being awesome worldwide.
I am a true dork. I will admit it.
Yes.
See,
I am.
We use that as a term of endearment. Do your I'm Batman impression. Good. Oh, that's like Catwoman. Where did that
I don't know. What is that?
That's the closest I can get.
go? Dorks of the world, unite.
I have a picture, like a side-by-side picture of me next to a velociraptor, and
Wow.
we're making the exact same facial
That's impressive.
expression, so it's like twins. Come rap on one of my songs. It'd be a good time.
Just give me a little bit.
Yup, there goes gravity. Yup, there goes gravity. So
Oh, gosh. TheChrisTopProgram.com.
Yeah! You can either talk in the Chris Top program. Take it from the top.
Thank you, Walter. We're here live at the East End Trailer Park on the north side of Decatur County. There seems to have been another UFO sighting, and as you noticed, I said UFO in quotations. But this time, one of the community members actually has proof. Yeah, look right over here. Here it is. I shot it. I shot it down out of the sky. Oh my God! Cut! That's Santa Claus.
Are you ready to be a podcast